What's up, everybody? This is Nightwing2303 from sneakerfiles.com. Today I'm going to be doing the answer video to all of your questions from the question and answer vid that I did previously. So thank you for watching. For those of you that liked the video, thanks for liking it. Old subscribers, new subscribers, thank you very much for subscribing. I appreciate it greatly. And you know, without all of you guys, this wouldn't be possible. So I just want to say thanks, and let's start rolling into the questions. For my entire life, I was 100% sure that I was white until you asked that question. For reals though, my father's side of the family, I don't know him or the family really, so from what I've been told, a mixture between a whole bunch of stuff like Irish and even some Native American. And then on my mom's side, they're all Jewish. I guess that's an ethnicity. So, but I classify myself as white. So, I'm a white guy. There's tons of great Air Jordans out there, all the way from 1 to 2010. It's hard to pick just one based on many different categories. So what I'm going to do is just base it off of how they were made and their construction quality. So far the best made pair has been the Air Jordan 23. The reason being is because this entire shoe was handcrafted and stitched. The detail in this sneaker is unbelievable. Um, it was the first Air Jordan to kind of um, be more environmentally friendly, so I guess that's a plus as well. But in my opinion, the most well-made Air Jordan so far has been the 23. I personally think that the Kobe 6 is awesome looking. I will definitely purchase at least one pair. I'm actually going to be buying them on the 26th, this Sunday when they come out. So the day after Christmas. And it's hard to say anything really as far as like what they're going to perform like. Just based off of photo information, the entire upper from the midsole on up looks like it's going to be a clean, comfortable ride, very lightweight. Looks like it's going to be form-fitting to your foot with the new Flywire and mesh uppers. And the cushion's going to be fantastic because it's going to be Zoom Air and Phylon, so you really can't go wrong with that. The only thing that I am worried about is the traction. They're using that Mamba scale kind of look to it, and the Kobe 5, the traction wasn't the greatest, especially outdoors. Outdoors, it sucked really bad. But the traction on that shoe is the only thing that I'm kind of worried about. But I'm very curious to know how they will perform, and I will do a performance video on those shoes. This is an awesome question. I'm really glad that you asked this. It's something that I never even thought about before the question had come up. So I can't pick just one, but I'm gonna pick two. They happen to be pairs that I own. The first one is the original Jumpman Pro. This shoe this shoe is one of my favorites of all time. It's just a fantastic shoe. The way that they were made with real carbon fiber, clear rubber outsole. Um, the cushion system in this, the leather is so they don't make J's like this no more, where you could just move it. This is a fantastic shoe. It had been rumored that this was supposed to be the Air Jordan 12, and Jordan did not like it. I do not know if that's true or not, but it was the very first Jordan product to come out that was not a signature. Another reason why it's so great, and you know, they're gorgeous looking. Just look at them. They're sick. The second one is the Jumpman Pro Quick. It's not the, at least I don't think so. I can't remember exactly, but I don't think this was the second Jordan Brand product. But it might have been. Um, and this was the first Air Jordan non-signature to come out in a purple type of color. Eddie Jones wore these when he was in LA, and dude, Jordan team shoes back in the day, they used to be awesome. You know, now everything's a hybrid and taking inspiration from one thing to the next, and there's no originality behind it. I mean, back then when these came out, there was nothing else like this. Like, these were fantastic. Same with these. If you couldn't get Jordans, this was the next best thing. Nobody knew the difference. It had a logo on it. You were good to go. Um, you know, the team Jordans recently are really, they're not what they used to be. Just like retros and quality and things like that. Of course, it's not what it used to be, but the design inspirations and the looks of the shoe, they don't make shoes like this no more. Everything's got a part of something in it, and you know, they try to play it off as if it's a throwback to the Air Jordan legacy, which is nice, but I mean, to do that all the time is kind of, you know, it's getting played out, to be perfectly honest. So to have something like this where it's completely 100% original, I think it's awesome, and you know, I really like that question. So thanks for asking. So far up to date, my all-time favorite shoes to play in has been the Kobe 4 and 5 and the Jordan 2010. The LeBron 8s are up there, but you know, there's just that outrigger problem that I have a problem with. I'll explain more of that later because of my position that I play. But those three shoes, the Kobe 4, Kobe 5, and Jordan 2010, have by far collectively been the three top sneakers that I've probably ever played in my entire life. The reason why that they're my favorite is for fit and function. All three of them have some of the best lockdown fit ever. The functionality of the independent toe cap on the Jordan 2010 just was a fantastic touch to the shoe. It might not have looked great on the sneaker itself, but it is a performance shoe and it performed extremely well. So all three of them utilize Zoom Air as well, and Zoom Air, in case you didn't know, is my favorite source of cushioning. I just really like the feel of it. You know, right when you stick your foot in the shoe, you could tell that that's Zoom Air. I really don't do anything special when I'm storing my sneakers. They really just stay in the boxes, and I put one silica pack in each box just to keep some of the moisture out of there. Too much moisture is a bad thing for your shoes. Not enough moisture is also a bad thing. So Ziploc bags and plastic containers are an okay source of preserving your sneakers as long as they're not made out of polyurethane, which is the Air Jordan 3, Air Jordan 4, Jordan 5, Jordan 6, those types of shoes. You don't want to stick those in bags and keep the air away from them, because that's when they start to dry up, and when you do wear them, they'll crack and fall apart. Um, the rest of the Jordans with Phylon in them, from I think the Jordan 10 on up, those are mostly okay to put in bags. Not for long periods of time though. They need air to last as long as possible. Try to keep them in rotation, because normally the thing that fails first in a shoe is the glue. You'll have sole separation, or you know, some minor separation at the where the material meets the sole, and that's not a good thing. That's mostly because you A, did not wear your sneakers, B, you kept them in a place where there was too little air and moisture, like a Ziploc bag, and you know, if you did wear them, then you did not wear them for a long period of time until you wore them the next time, which is why the glue started to separate. It's a common problem. It's easily fixed, but as far as the polyurethane midsoles go, that crack and crumble. There's no fix for those. So as soon as they crack and crumble, they're dead. This is a question that's kind of hard to answer because it really depends on you personally. If you think that the trade is worthy, then go for it. You could trade anything for anything, and as long as you think that it's a good trade, then then who cares what other people might think about that trade. As far as the sizing goes, because your countdown pack's an 8.5, and the ones that you want are a 9.5, which is your true size. In that case, it would be an okay trade. The thing I would recommend though is that you can fetch more bang for your buck if you split up the countdown pack, sell them separately for at least 200 bucks a pair. Then you can buy the bin 23 13s for about 310 is what they normally run for aftermarket, and you'll still have about 90 bucks in your pocket of profit, which is not too bad. My favorite Air Jordan are these. These are my holy grails of all sneakers, and the Air Jordan 4 is a shoe that I have yet to own because I'm trying to be patient to get the cement Air Jordan 4. That's really the only Jordan 4 that I want. If I were to be stuck on a desert island for the rest of my life and only have one pair of sneakers, that'd be them. Well, seeing as how I don't have the LeBron 8 V2 or the Kobe 6 right now, it's kind of hard to do a comparison. The LeBron 8's outsole, cushioning, and midsole are all the same as the V1, so that's all going to be the same. The fit should be the same as well. The only difference between the V1 and the V2 is going to be breathability and materials used, keeping it a little more lightweight. The Kobe 6 is going to be fantastic, hands down. I mean, you don't even need to wear them to know that they're going to perform extremely well. However, those two shoes are for two different types of players, so you got to keep that in mind. The Kobe 6 is a lightweight, quick, responsive performance shoe. The cushioning system used in there, Zoom Air, is for lightweight, quick, responsive players. The LeBron 8, both V1 and V2, both utilize 360 Air Max cushioning, which is great for big guys. I'm not big, but it did work for me as far as a good source of cushioning. So that type of thing really depends on your preference. The traction, I don't know yet. As far as what I could tell right now, the V2 or LeBron 8, whatever version, might be slightly better because it uses herringbone instead of some weird kind of snakeskin texture pattern on the bottom. But that's yet to be confirmed. And breathability is going to be pretty much the same. Both shoes, both of them are made with mesh uppers, so both of them should be pretty well off as far as the breathability category goes. And the cushion, like I said earlier, it really depends on what type of player you are. Guards and small forwards, even some power forwards that are quick, you might want to go with the Kobe 4. What were we on? The Kobe 6. So and a bigger guy like LeBron, or even some centers, you might want to utilize Air Max cushioning. It'll be a little bit better for your knees in the long run. My very first pair of basketball sneakers that were not from Payless were a pair of Nike Air Flights. Here's a picture real quick. And I had to beg my mom for days to try to get her to buy me a pair of Nikes. I was going into the 8th grade, and I was just tired of wearing Eagles and Airwalks and all of this other crap, and everybody else was wearing Nikes and Jordans, and I was getting picked on a lot, so I kept begging for these Nikes, and she kept saying, no, Nike and Jordan are too expensive. So what I ended up doing was, in the newspaper, I found an article or an advertisement for this store called Oshman's, which I don't think is in business in my area. any longer. And they had a pair of Nike Air Flights for $40, and I showed my mom, and she ended up getting them for me. Um, I wore those things out, dude. Like, there was holes in the bottom, there was no sole left. I wore those things till they fell apart. And you know, ever since then, I haven't worn anything but Nike and Jordan. Well, some other products like Reeboks and things like that, but for the most part, I'm a Nike and Jordan head. I wouldn't say that this is better or worse for the sneakers, but one thing is for sure is that they will not last as long, which is why like Jordan Brand and Nike have been using XDR, which is extremely durable rubber for outdoor courts, and they've also been doing some outdoor shoes like the 2010 Outdoors, the Alpha 1 Outdoors, and things like that, where they have a little bit of a thicker, more durable material used on the upper section of the shoe. Just because you know, wearing your shoes outside, they are going to wear out faster. Just from, you know, I mean, you're playing on concrete most of the time, or blacktop versus the hardwood. So overall, yeah, I guess your shoes would, you know, the longevity of their life would be, you know, cut in half basically. I will be reviewing Adidas and Under Armour shoes eventually, along with some Reeboks and any other shoes that kind of spark my interest. Um, However, you have to keep in mind that for one, I'm not rich, so I can't just go out and spend however many dollars on, you know, 5 different pairs of performance shoes. Um, so when I go to the store, I do try on all of these shoes at the same time. I put one on one foot and the other on the other. Um, it just so happens that at the time when I'm doing this, I really go for what I think is going to perform best, because I don't really want to get on the court and be disappointed with a $120 purchase. Um, you know, so the last pair of shoes that I bought was the LeBron 8s, and I tried those on next to the ADIDAS Rose Adidas, and you see what I ended up with. There was really no contest between the two, but I will be doing those reviews in the future, so stay tuned. This is a personal preference question, and my personal preference is the Air Jordan 13. Not the most recent ones, the '05s or older. And I wear these all the time, so you can see the creases and things like that. These are so comfortable, it's ridiculous. Um, Zoom Air in the heel and forefoot, Phylon midsole, uh, great materials, can't go wrong. I just bought my first pair of Foamposites earlier this year, and it's the eggplant foams. The only reason why I bought these is because I found them at the store for $150. So to me, that was a great price. I wear these in the rain, so you can see the yellowing. That's what happens when you wear clear soles. They're the tinted blue ones. The sides of the soles still look alright, but you can see underneath there that there's yellow. Um, I will say this is one of the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn. It's not the prettiest when it's on feet, but it's so comfortable once they are molded to your foot. And pause. Yes, I've bought in fake shoes. It was a long time ago, sometime after high school, and all 3 of them were actually bought on eBay. And the first pair that I ever bought that was fake was the black and red Air Jordan 12. Um, I didn't know they were fake until they arrived. I had noticed the bottom of the sole was all red when the traction portions were supposed to be black with the red outsole. The second pair of fakes that I had bought was a pair of white and red 13s. They were so close to the real thing that I had not noticed that the hologram was actually a fake hologram when I saw the pictures online. So when I got them in person, that's when I figured out that it didn't change color. It was just a really good sticker. The third pair was the Altitude 13s from 2005, and that one really pissed me off because the seller posted up real pictures of the shoe and the shoe box, retro card, labels, all of that kind of stuff. It was all legit, and then the shoes that he sent me were fakes, and I was furious. So ever since those purchases, I've studied the shoes up and down, literally. So I mean, I could spot a pair of fakes, no problem. And ever since then, I've never been fooled to buy another pair of fakes again. The worst shoe I've ever played in has to be the Nike Zoom Flight Club, which are right here. And those were just horrible. I got them at Ross for like 20 bucks, and they played like a $20 shoe, even though they had Zoom Air in the heel. The rest of the sole was hard as a rock. It was retarded, and the fit kind of sucked as well. So that was the absolute worst pair I've played in to date. It's my favorite Air Jordan, the one that I cannot obtain, and it's the Air Jordan 4 Cements. I wish, but no, I'm not. I just work for them. It really depends on how long you or how often you put them into your rotation. With the usage of synthetic materials, they will last a little bit longer than traditional leather. Um, but it really depends on how you store them as well. So, like I said, if you get a pair of Retro 3s and you store them in a Ziploc baggie and you keep all the air out, they're not going to last you that long. Um, the shoes that have solid rubber soles, like the Air Jordan 1, there are still originals, believe it or not, from 1985 that are still perfectly wearable today. So, not all old Jordans are bad. As far as the new ones go, like I said, if you keep really good care of your kicks, you can make them last for quite a long time. I'm 27 years old, and I do quite a bit of work actually. My main 9 to 5 job is I'm a certified California resident manager, which is a really long title, but that just means that I work for a property management company and I manage their rental properties, and I do the maintenance for the properties as well as the management. I also work for Sneaker Files, which you guys know, so I write articles on there. Um, I do freelance tattoo work whenever I'm not too busy. So all of the tattoos that you see on me, that's me practicing. And what else do I do? Uh, I do some other stuff, but it doesn't really make me any money or anything like that. So I'm not even gonna worry about it. But that's pretty much what I do. Jordan Brand has taken care of that for the next 25, 30 years. Personally, I wouldn't mix any Jordan into one shoe. I dislike hybrids. I dislike fusions. For those of you that buy them, wear them, like them, I think that's great. I'm not gonna knock on you or anything, but for me personally, I just think that Jordans should, they should be designed. They shouldn't be molded together into a new monster, basically. Like a Frankenstein. I just don't think that that's cool. Yeah, I recently became partner sometime this month. I don't remember the date, but yeah, I'm a partner. So and it's because of all of you people that watch me and like and subscribe and everything like that. So I really appreciate all the support. Do I make any money on it? Not yet. I don't know how much you're supposed to be making on this thing. So right now, I don't even count it as anything. It's just something I love to do, and I would be doing it whether I made money or I didn't. So, you know, but yes, I am partnered. So, woohoo. I don't know. I don't pay attention to Nike ID really. The last time I checked, it was only because the Kobe 6 was on there, so I don't recall seeing uh, the Nike Air Force Ones. So this is a really hard question. I love all my shoes a lot, and it's hard to pick just one shoe. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna show you three. Um, One of my all-time favorite shoes is the Playoff Air Jordan 12. These are originals and they're not wearable anymore, but I really love this shoe, and so that's one of them. Um, my other favorite is the Jumpman Pro Originals, not the retros. Um, this was the very first shoe I ever bought for myself. I have been working since I was 13 years old, and the reason why I first got a job was to was to buy Jordans. So, you know, this is a really great shoe for me. It has a lot of sentimental value. And my most coveted shoe in my collection, or the most special pair that I have, are still my Jumpman Pro IDs that I got for Father's Day. Um, my wife designed them for me. It was a complete surprise. I was totally shocked, and I'm a dad, and so she put Daddy on the back, and I really love this shoe. I don't wear it too often because it's so special, but she used black and purple and gray, some of my favorite colors. Um, it like I said, the Jumpman Pro has sentimental value to it already, and then when you add touches like this, when you make it yourself and kind of glorify the fact that you're a parent and things like that, it really means a lot to me. I love these so much. You know, so those are my three, even though you asked for one. Sorry. Pitmaster 5465 asked for a shout out. That was his question. So there you go, brother. Shout out. So all of these people have asked pretty much similar questions. So I first started playing basketball in sixth grade, and I sucked ass completely. I thought I was good, but I wasn't. And then shortly after, my uncle, who is a huge basketball fan, he saw me playing basketball, and then he confirmed the fact that I sucked. And he went and sent me to the Sacramento Kings basketball camp 2 years in a row, and then sent me to a shooters camp where they teach you how to shoot properly. And ever since then, I've been playing competitively throughout high school and all of that stuff. I've never played college ball. I'm only 5'7", and I think I weigh like just under 140 right now, so I'm not the biggest person around. And I doubt that I would fully make it in a college or professional setting as far as basketball goes. Right now, I play both indoor and outdoor. It's wintertime right now, so it keeps raining and everything, so I haven't been playing outdoor lately. But I play indoor every week, and I have a lot of fun with that. The guys that I play with they're all like ex high school players. Some of them might be college type players. I can't really tell, but I really doubt it. And we all seem to be kind of at this point on the same level. I really enjoy playing with these guys. They're some of the best competition that I've ever played against, and they always make me play harder and try to achieve more or get better every game, and I really like that. It's a little hard when I transition from indoor to outdoor play because the people that are at the parks are really there's no comparison between them and the people that I play indoors with. So I really enjoy playing indoors with these guys. It's a lot of fun. It gets really physical, and it's very competitive, and I like it. The position that I play is 1 and 2 guard, depending on who else is on my team. I'm typically the smallest one on the court, so you know, I end up getting stuck with the ball, which is not horrible, but I prefer to kind of travel around the court and get open off of screens and things like that. Similar to like Ray Allen type of plays where you set a pick, he rolls around it, and then he's open for a nice open three or a jump shot. Those are my favorite types of plays. When I end up handling the ball, I end up driving a little bit more into the lane, and that's when I end up coming out with black eyes and bruised ribs and stuff like that, which is fun at the time, but when you know all said and done, it you know I get sore. So, but that's pretty much what I do now. I just always liked playing basketball, so that's pretty much it. So that's everything as far as the question and answers go. Again, I really thank everybody for you know, subscribing, liking, commenting on all the videos. I really enjoyed and had fun answering your guys' questions. And you know, in the comment section, just let me know if you ever want to do this again, and we can, you know, work something out, and we could do some more question and answers. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll come out with the next performance review, which will be the Converse player Evos. I totally forgot about those things once I got the LeBron 8s, and so I apologize for that. And you know, so once I get that up, which will be after the first of the year, that'll be my next video. So I won't see you guys until after the New Year. So until then, you guys, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, be safe. Cool Grays drop tomorrow, so good luck with that, and I'll see you guys next year. Later.